Так. Снова здравствуйте. Так, на чем мы здесь остановились вообще? Давненько я не заходил. Поднимите свой авторитет в глазах Тита Харди. Чтобы продвинуться в расследовании, вам придется поднять свой авторитет в глазах Тита. Для начала его нужно подготовить. Может, осмотрите место преступления или труп, поищите свидетеля, заручитесь поддержкой председателя профсоюза или представителя компании, найдете их связь с какими-нибудь другими преступлениями. По-моему, там авторитет я окончательно уронил в глазах Тита. Так, этой провальной проверкой. Так. Про серийник. Вот тут... Ой, я вспомнил, что тут какие-то проблемы были с серийником. Уже несколько дней прошло. Мне, по идее, уже должны были дать информацию про серийник. Так, давай мне про ботинки расскажи что-нибудь. Да, это бесит. Ты не представляешь, насколько. Так.
Look, it's the cop.
А проверки на белом фоне сейчас доступны. Витрины с безделушками. Где эта витрина-то?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display.
Да нахрен он мне сдался-то, господи. Вик еще как красть. Самарийское масло.
Oh, sorry.
The shine on these sunglasses.
Stylish shades, huh?
Everything's still cool here.
Может, ничто интересного в ломбарде подскажешь?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Of course. It's in...
winter shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense zwa.
Пустота.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look open.
We can sit on benches after we've set.
Our Canada, please.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks the stone. The scruffy-haired little...
Действительно.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette pack.
Блин, кажется, я застрял.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? What about it? Yes, that's what led me here.
Exactly. What do you think?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Exactly.
Ah, hydrotransducers. So that
But honestly, great. Thanks. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. So you do know something about computers? No, I don't. Besides,
no, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see ream prefects in every police department for it.
no. No, of course. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIM Rational series, but couldn't find. I used the AR. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? All right. Well, all radio computers perform. I guess it is, but it's not anyway.
She'd like to tell you this. It calmed her nerves.
I'm working.
The machines,
Could you?
it's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
They are connected to.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great.
The mother of humanism, Stanley.
Матерь гуманизма.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thick.
Пробовать вскрыть, что ли, этот холодильник, я не знаю. Может, повезет. Так.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your foot. No. If you want to try again, then you need to.
Так, инструменты. Берем монтировку. Включаем это.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar. You see the pry bar's metal handle.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
This orange machine is dead. The ice squeaks. You see,
Yeah, well, I have no idea, officer.
turning the crank.
Так, я подумал, что попробовать вскрыть, и потом опция диалога откроется с этой ученой в церкви.
This orange machine is dead. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You see,
Yeah, well, I have no idea, officer.
Yes, what is it? You arrested them? Didn't think the cops in this place had it in them. No? Yes. No, you're right. I'm not. I brought them here. So you do know something of... No, Besides,
no, actually, it is kind of a.
I know a friend of a friend. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as Reims ship. I'm working.
The machines.
Could you...
It's not just rudeness.
Great. The swallow, you mean? What about it? Because it's just trial and I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Somewhere underneath...
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower.
There's this place at the back of the church.
The pillar of sight.
Maybe. I know. No. I'd prayed.
Я без понятия вообще, что дальше делать.
Hello, mister. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical. Bye!
You're back. Good. What can... I fear I've told... The sailors sold quite a few...
What next?
Then he made his reversal.
The old.
You said you...
I can't.
In Martin, Frederfort. Frederfort has a military academy. The seminary
That makes sense to me. We have...
for all the boys looking for adventure.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Stupendous. I didn't think he'd pull through. Thank God. And indeed, Mr. Everard as well. In this investigation, one may have use for a firearm. You wouldn't want to get caught with your pants down. Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it? Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another. Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not. Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats, like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine. A youth centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him. Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this... Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else? What would you like to know? Good. Of course. Anything to help. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
A strange... It's on the tip of it.
Glad to have been of...
Ой-ой-ой-ой, что же дальше делать? Что же дальше делать?
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun.
Her knuckles have turned white, holding on to that fence. She's been here for days. The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. More old bullet holes. Half a century at least. From the revolution.
Bullet holes generally look the same, so... probably. But you're right. More old bullet holes from the revolution. Plenty.
Looking for something?
How can I help you?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
We were promised work.
The physically impressive. A lorry stuck in the traffic. The payphone hangs mute. Rusting control panel with no screech of metal when the crane does.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
If business planning were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
Go on. I'm ready. Hold on. Have we met before? No. On second thought, it couldn't have been. Your idea reminds me of a group of young men who came to me a long time ago, calling themselves Fortress Accident. The name should have
Действительно.
and a handful of other investors with an idea for a role-playing game that would, in their words, change the world. Well, at first everything was rosy. The ideas were solid, but they were lacking in... How do I put it? They lacked the will to get things done. As their financial situation became more desperate, their ideas devolved from realistic to absolute insanity. We lost all of our money. High art types never deliver. They're only good for peddling Wilkins or whatever creeps they come up.
I guess the inordinate amount of time they put into drawing mythical creatures did not generate a return on investment.
Nobody knows for sure, but the place can't be pretty. Sadly, when we got there, it was too late. The concept had run out of steam. Only dust remained. What I want to tell you is this. It's a very bad idea. Dead in the water. You seem like a reasonable man, but that is not a reasonable plan. Absolutely not.
Mr. Dubois, the word in Martinez is a certain police officer is once again happily reunited with his service weapon. Congratulations, my friend. I prefer my police officers old-fashioned like that, with a gun. You can do... My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up? I guess you're right, Harry. I appreciate you coming back to report on your progress. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you? I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. So, what's on your mind? Very nice, Harry. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like... Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them. Exemplary union members. Always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
Конечно. Всегда.
But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
He's betting on them being useless to you.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry,
О,
here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else? By all means.
о. Какой-то сдвиг пошел. Ой. Прошу прощения. Так, сейчас надо сохраниться. На всякий случай.
It's you again. What is it?
Wishbone blankets on borrowed keys.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mom, and now she's making me play.
Mystery trees.
Is that it?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Words without reason. Wittering captain.
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Leaving those who don't walk that way behind.
As you look around this
О,
room,
наконец-то.
swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Как же иначе? Ведете себя как самые настоящие копы, пьете пиво. Хуй себе знаете.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Не-не, я так набухался, что утопил мотокарету в море, мне тоже похер, прямо как вам. Да не, я тоже люблю пиво и... Вместо помощи людям. Вполне пиво меня устраивает и настраивает на правила, тут при котором мне не нужно думать, как работать свою работу. Короче, все как у вас.
I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martin Mays before it started. It was like jam rock now.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Меня волнует не преступник, а жертва, ей нужна помощь. Женщину изнасиловали, ей нужна психологическая помощь, нам необходимо с ней поговорить. Я уже спрашивал, вы почему скрываете жертву?
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as tight as...
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
В каких отношениях она была с наемником? Это самое, изнасилование, когда оно случилось. Кажется, я нервный смешок, кажется, мы знакомы.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
It was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent.
What do you think I meant? Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say? We just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
You don't know her. Good boy. Remember what I said. Again? Yeah.
Officer, what was that? Yes.
Кажется, я знаком с этой женщиной.
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Я ее не носил. Ужас. Я с ней уже встречался в коридоре, когда проснулся. Она знает, что я не помнил о том, что работаю полицейским. Она знает, что прежде чем отрубиться, я творил непотребство, отжигал по полной, и это сказалось на моей психике. Я спросил ее, где мы, в каком городе, может, даже какой сейчас год, типа того.
So she overheard you, or did you party together?
Она слышала, что у меня играла музыка и происходило что-то странное из своего номера рядом с твоим. Я не буду отвечать на этот вопрос, лейтенант. Я спросил ее, где вы.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else? Okay, that's manageable. Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. What you're saying is, you raped her?
Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck.
Then, don't ever say that again. What else? We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Так.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Номер оплачен примерно на 4 месяца. Работы больше нет.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. It's been used quite a lot. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Солидная коллекция.
Pill bottle.
Изучить флаконы.
As you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Necra. Necra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Опиодный антагонист.
That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. And talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed. Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn, into your pocket. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Стекло недавно заменили.
Looks like it, yes.
Ревашоль.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a maybell. The young woman looks at the maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Six crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that. isn't it?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sight. Girls sending off boys who are going to their death, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Rene, that old man in the uniform. Maybe you should show it to him when you get the chance.
Блин, такого он умер. Так, логика симпатия, авторитет.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
Уборщица, говорите? Мне она тоже нужна.
Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Так и есть. Диско Инфернум. Ад? Вы не ведаете, о чем говорите. Там присутствуют вихри темной энергии, но ведут они не в ад, куда-то еще, в место, которое сильно отличается от нашего мира. Нет, это просто я там все разнес. Логично.
I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest band of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah, life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
Жизнь уже и так хуже некуда, но я держусь. Как думаете, сколько мы еще продержимся под давлением этих ухудшений? Мне с каждым днем живется все лучше и лучше. Я ведь полицейский.
That is not actually what a police siren sounds like.
Ну извини.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
Clausier Amondu.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Orange. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanging man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Mawindi Isola, north of Air, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower. They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
Of lilacs and lightning, parks, glass, duraluminum. Predefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there. I'm 28. Something stupid. What I need's literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Aranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Юрий Вашольский тоже?
Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
Да, я действительно чувствую необходимость спасти этот мир. Полагаю, именно поэтому я занялся этим делом. Этот мир меня не волнует, давайте поговорим о вас.
The natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Ранская литра. Литра. А что именно вы с ней делаете? Чем же вы тогда зарабатываете на жизнь? Деньги — это ведь очень важно. Показать ей деньги. Кем же вам приходилось бывать?
It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Можно взглянуть на ваш паспорт?
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Я абсолютно уверен, что по закону имею право потребовать, чтобы вы показали паспорт. Откуда мне знать, что вы назвали свое настоящее имя?
I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Booby Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Но вы ведь спрятали их не поэтому.
Why else?
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry. The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry. This has nothing to do with your investigation.
А что это за люди? Ну, те, которые вас очень не любят.
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect. Phew.
Playfully, she doesn't seem to be overly distressed, or distressed at all, really.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Так, на этом для протокола все.
So official. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe.
Что вы делаете здесь, в танцах в тряпье? Вы собрали неплохую коллекцию лекарств, которые отпускаются только по рецепту. Стекло в этом окне совсем новое. Угу.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Почему именно здесь?
Here in Martinez or here in Revachol? Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Трансформировался в труп.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
Похоже, посреди прочего в вашей коллекции есть пептид.
One of my favorites. It cures many ailments. Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically. Huh? Motherfucker took my Preptide? Looks like you owe me one, officer. I'm talking serious corruption here.
This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation.
Robbed by common highwaymen.
It's hard to tell if she means it in earnest or as a joke.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Yeah? Alright.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind? It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Is it? It is afternoon. Time flies, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Тит попросил вас приукрасить рассказ для нас. Так, уверены, что вас никто не насиловал? Чем же вы с жертвой занимались? Что вы можете про него рассказать? Имя, цвет глаз, возраст? За что они его повесили, если он не насильник? Как вы познакомились с парнями Харди? Спасибо, что поделились. Ну, бла-бла-бла-бла.
I'm 89% sure.
89% достаточно. Действительно. Вообще-то нет, не очень.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium, not raped here. Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been? We partied.
Типа как я.
I think we partied a little harder than that.
Жестче, чем вот так вот, ты продолжаешь показывать на свое лицо. Не думал, что это физически возможно.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We all a little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Прежде чем мы продолжим, скажите, если за такое могут назвать стукачом, почему вы это сделали? Звонивший попытался изменить свой голос.
Handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Звонивший попытался изменить свой голос.
I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Ткнула провод.
And I diverted some radio fuzz and pitch into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery phone cutter.
И заодно повредили телефонную линию внизу.
I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever temper. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Похоже, вы все-таки знали, что делаете. Очень находчиво.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Ну зачем все эти сложности?
It was stupid. I was drunk too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, we'd still be hanging there.
Что вы можете про него рассказать? Имя, цвет глаз, возраст?
Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him like he is now. I can't talk about it. I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
За что они его повесили, если он не насильник?
He had something to do with the strike.
Everyone has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Как вы познакомились с парнями Харди?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
Как вы познакомились?
It's been a long, boring winter.
Вы зажигали вместе?
Yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Круто. Спасибо, что поделились с нами всей этой информацией. Подвести итоги. Подведем.
And weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
У меня есть еще один вопрос, пока мы здесь. Маленький.
Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her legs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Aranye Disco Dancer, you want to put your hand on her back and feel it arch. Nothing, just time passing. Don't worry. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting. She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound, almost imperceptible. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee, most likely.
Так, Лосей сказал, что не может сейчас о нем говорить, но вам нужны конкретные данные, рост, сложение и так далее, чтобы поставить их с результатами вскрытия. Поговорите с ней позже, когда она придет в себя. Так, расскажите парням Харди, что на ней потребуете ответа.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Думаешь, после этого они более охотно пойдут на сотрудничество?
But it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. The decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Почему она вообще нам это рассказала?
So there was no way to lie and get away with it.
Не уверен, что ей нужно было врать. Я бы все равно не понял, говорит ли она правду.
It was a smart move from her.
Кажется, она говорит искренне. Здесь что-то не так.
She seems forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Ладно, потопали.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. Yes.
Behind the door, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes, grown. There's a yellow ribbon tied to the branches, light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket, hanging from it. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached the yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Кто-то спрятал в кустах ключ. Что за ударение странное.
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch and slides it across the table to you. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Кто-нибудь знает, почему этот ключ висел прямо за окном зала для членов профсоюза?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Off yourself. Make it up to me, cop. I still got my money on that.
Could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
It's you again. What is it? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Ну, вообще-то он именно это и сказал. Херовый ты юрист.
Stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Ты о чем? Она была полностью вменяема. Мозг головой у нее мало с нелады. Я и сам такой, давайте без этой херни.
I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy. Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. Then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
А что мне делать до вашей записи? Вы мне наврали. И что на этой пленке? Откуда у вас запись? Так.
You don't care about evidence. What the fuck are you a cop for then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader. You push Command Set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still,
there's more going on here than we know.
Кто такой этот Корти?
The other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
Что такое Кахой?
In South Safri. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safri conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safri. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
Думаешь, он там был?
Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
I think we've got a few more questions for Classy, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Цураги, что с тобой? Ты же в диско ударился, что ли? Так, ну что, мадемуазель?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
На кассете он называет конкретную жертву. Вас.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Так сказал он.
That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi, he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his.
Зачем тогда такое говорить? Мачизм?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. Keep on living until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
She's quite observant about the human character, trained to observe even.
Вас этому аронская литера научила? Попахивает психологией. Механизм преодоления стресса, коронной фразой, личностью.
People who go to university know how to use words like internalize and integrate, officer. Now, what was that expression?
There's more to this. She has an index in her head of pathologies and how to exploit them. I can almost see her turn the pages.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36th famine in Yezu all rolled into one person, then cast in Norani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower. Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. And social support. I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things in Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
У вас было время, чтобы прийти в себя. Может быть, расскажете теперь нам о жертве?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things the field autopsy alone can answer.
The young woman cranes her neck. trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
Так, где находится Лилиштадт? В смысле, место?
It's, I think municipality is the term, but nowhere town there.
Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Godvor. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat. Aranye? Aranye's map of waterways. This fits with his tattoo.
You are almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Вы оба из Арании.
Yes, we were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No, he was too old for that. And from another part of Oranienrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habit.
No love for Mother Aranye. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Военный и не патриот?
He left the national service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person, a small platoon leader, certainly not a patriot. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together, in loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me too.
Так, сколько ему было лет?
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are, have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Ким, я не думал, что мы с тобой участвуем в каком-то соревновании. Лучше не упоминать об этом.
Looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels.
Чек тестостерона. Так, какого цвета у него были глаза?
Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Так, у него была татуировка. Что она означала? Вы знаете, что она означала?
Of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranie's lit?
This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite.
dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them. Oh yeah.
А вы можете рассказать, что именно значит эта татуировка? Дайте ей фотографию.
I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminole Islands, and on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. Change of topic, perhaps?
Так, может быть, его прикончила любовь, может быть, его коммунизм прикончил. Что? Причем здесь коммунизм? Что вы имеете в виду?
I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
Он сам сказал мне, его прикончила любовь.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up.
Быть может быть, это коммунизм?
And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that.
Не красный, скорее розоватый.
Hardcore in that way is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
All right.
Лейтенант складывает бланк к другим бумагам и на мгновение задерживает взгляд на женщине.
Gracefully, she pours herself more. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42. Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 40? I was like 9 when OO peaked. That was what, 19 years ago? I liked them when I was 9. You couldn't have liked it when you were 40. Let's say you were 20-something. 25. A good disco age. 25 plus 19 is 44. I'm gonna say you're 44.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a university degree, you know? Absolutely. Age is just a number, man.
Yes, miss, but for him that number is 56.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium.
В лаборатории. Класс. Так, у меня там очков не дали, да? Ничего не подарили, не заслужил. Так, поговорите с Титом о пленке «Лучшие хиты Стрелка». Ой, тут, подожди, тут еще какая-то дверь, которую я проглядел.
The in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Infrator. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed. The same small, heavy door.
Так, ладно, надо сейчас с этими товарищами пообщаться и, наверное, перерыв сделать.
It's you again. What is it?
Так, я поговорил с Классе про запись. И ничего, она подтвердила свои изначальные показания.
Fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Лад, обычная болтовня в курилке, не доказательство. Запись стрёмная, но ничего не доказывает. И не переубедила Классе. Да там та еще жуть, если честно, я ожидал, что она произведет на Классе больше впечатления. Кит, она просто посмеялась над записью.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there. What did she have to say then? Fine by her. This is what people are supposed to be like. Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Она не удивилась, уж точно не испугалась. Мне вообще показалось, что запись вызвала у нее ностальгию. Если уж на то пошло, вся эта тема со стрелком скорее ее возбудила. Тит, она сказала, что если бы могла, она не отказалась бы и сама пострелять с воздуха.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? Oh, good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Oh, fucking right. I guess it's good then. Fucking.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Не все, что приходит на ум, нужно говорить слов комбинируя. Я думаю, что ты продумал ложь, но она не подыграла. Может, она не так, кем ты ее считал, может, она все еще стадия отрицания. Знаешь, защитную идти, скажи правду, что произошло.
Not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys, we should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
Он любит жестко отрываться, мечтает умереть даже сильнее, чем я.
She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
Yeah, underdose isn't an actual word.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober. I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember. I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her, Titus, fuck off! That lying, scamming, we're done. This is over. Understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the dock workers union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
Вы вечно мне говорите, что предлагаете отличные варианты, а потом они ни хрена... Как мне с 97% нахрен провал получился.
That is absolutely not going to happen. No. But I didn't...
What are they whispering, Titus?
I don't know. Some kind of bitch fight, I think. Hey, bitches. No fighting in the union booth. Talk.
So, you put the gun in your mouth for the other guy. Couldn't even get it in your hand for me. This is bullshit.
Бред какой-то. 97% шанс успеха. Нахрен и неудача. Щек. Так, ладно.
It's you again. What is it? And
that fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he... What did she have to say then?
Yes.
Funny.
Seems like it.
Please try...
This is just...
You don't have to say everything.
I asked for your...
But she did.
Fine, Teth.
Yeah.
Why? Success. They admit...
Nah. I know her. Yeah.
Well?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Already.
There's less... The man is... Who could?
Come on.
You know, next time, that lie.
Yeah.
On the floor.
What is?
Why do we make 100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might. Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Glazia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility.
Ну что ж, тогда дело закрыто. Поехали по домам, Ким. Запиши, Ким. В Мартинезе людей убивают просто за то, что они не понравились местным. Потому что между вами пробежала тёлка, потому что ты иностранец, потому что им не понравился твой наниматель, потому что им нравится убивать.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
Тебя просто вешают, как темные века, выставляют труп на потеху, тебя бьют по голове со спины, подвешивают на веревке и возвращаются к пьянству. Да нормально все, пацаны, вы вытаскиваете их на задний двор, поджигаете, оббасываете, вам насрать. Тебя бьют по голове с...
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore fear.
Вернуться к Ангусу, а иначе что? Убьете меня, как убили его, просто так, без причины? Если я не заткнусь, то что? Меня тоже...
Shut up, Angus!
Он умер до того, как вы его повесили.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evrard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Так, вы его не убивали, он уже был мертв. Так кто тогда убил наемника? Есть какие-то улики? Кто вообще придумал его повесить? Она?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
Это же она так? 8-й Харди, которого нет?
You think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her anyway.
Знаешь, Тит, нет ничего дурного в существовании девицы Харди. Понял, ты можешь сказать мне хоть что-нибудь про нее, имя, текущее местоположение? Если я продолжу про нее расспрашивать, ты просто будешь отмалчиваться, так?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Так кто тогда вообще убил наемника?
Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Сам что думаешь?
Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
She's got one of those checkered pasts. The shot could have missed. Could have been meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
А его прошлом у тебя тоже есть соображения?
They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenel. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calmed now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again. These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
Так вы его не убивали, он уже был мертв.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Зачем?
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Что произошло ночью в воскресенье?
Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
Откуда ты знаешь?
10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Chinky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Что было потом?
Sure as day the Merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they've been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hang.
Кто такой тип?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Сокращенно от Тиберий?
Bet their father's name, Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
Так, если Класси его не убивала, зачем этот подлог?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Она говорила, что на нее зуб у кого-то из заранее. Подробнее не объяснила.
She wouldn't. She's fucked if she shows up on police radar.
Кто за ней гонится?
Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be roasted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Me too.
Спасибо за этот разговор, Тит. Я побеседую с ней в последний раз.
Hey, cop. Before you go, she, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
Но ты бы все равно предпочел, чтобы мы ее не арестовали.
we didn't take
this place would just be a couple of windows and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Лейтенант опускает блокнот в карман куртки и готовится уйти. Так. Ладно, время 6:30. Надо бы пойти покушать, например, чуть-чуть отдохнуть. Вернусь, я даже не знаю. Я буду либо в овер играть с ребятами. Ну, или продолжу играть Disco Elysium. Посмотрим, как настроение будет. До встречи.